Today, by request, we're going to do The Night Owls, a 1981 song by the Little River Band with an absolutely great solo. Perfect for the era, just a tinge of blues, but definitely very pop and somewhat doctored up guitar. Anyway, we're going to go over that in just a minute. As always, if you like this video, click the like button, and if you haven't yet, subscribe for a couple of these every week. All right, see you in just a second. All right, gang, let's go over this note for note. First things first, you'll want to download the tab from the link in the description below. It's definitely going to make your life a little bit easier. Second thing is you'll probably want a little bit of distortion on this, actually a decent amount of distortion on this. And I have a little bit of delay as well. But just a little bit, not too much. You don't want to overdo it. All right, now the chords are actually really, really simple. It's just 3 times a C to an E minor, like so. 3 of those, and on the 4th one it goes like this. And that's just C to a B to an E minor. All right, so that's it. That's the backdrop for this. All right, now let's go over the solo itself, note for note. Now what I thought I'd do is I'll play it once slowly. I'm tending to bend out of tune my 3rd string, so hopefully that won't happen this time. But anyway, I'll play it nice and slowly. That may be enough for many of you with just the tab, and then after that we'll go through it line by line. All right, so here we go. Alright, so that's it. Now let's go through it line by line. So the beginning starts out with this really kind of cool descending line on the 3rd string. Okay, so all we're doing is we're sliding up on a 3rd string to the 12th fret, keeping enough sustain by adding a little bit of vibrato as we go along. Okay, and then hammer on pull off to the 11th. And then hammer on pull off from the 11th to the 9th. And now from the 9th to the 7th. Okay, now here we end it by playing the 9th. So we're going on different strings now. So we'll play the 9th, and then bend on the 7th on the 4th fret, whole step, up and down. We'll bend it up, and then come down to that 5th, and then play 7, 5, 7 on the 5th string. All right, here's that whole line kind of slowly. All right, next line's really cool. It starts with an overbend, actually. Let me play the whole line. All right, very cool line there. So it starts out with a slide up to, on the 4th, up to the 9th, and then the classic bend on the 9th on the 3rd string. So we'll start out with the 4th string. And that's a 1.5 step bend. Okay, so we're bending up to this G right here. We're bending up 1.5 steps. So and then we pull it off, come back down to the 4th on the 9th, and then back up via the 7th on the 3rd to the 9th on the 3rd. Let's try that again. And while that's still sustaining, we're going to play the following trick. This is a nice one. We'll pull off to an open 3rd string as we move up. So we'll pull off on the 9th, then we'll pull off on the 11th, and then the 12th, and then on the 14th we're just going to play a whole bend. Okay, and that is simply a whole step bend on the 14th, playing the 15th on the 2nd, and then bringing it down, pulling off to the 12th on the 3rd, hitting the 14th on the 4th, back to the 12th on the 3rd. If you couldn't grasp all that, it's simply this. All right, here's that whole line. Okay, that's half of it. Now the back half is this. Comes up with a few. Now we're up here in the 15th position. We're going to be playing a few standard bends, right? We're going to bend on the 17th a few times, like so. You've heard that one a million times probably. So we're bending up on the 17th, pulling it up, bringing it down, pulling it off to the 15th, playing the 17th on the 2nd. Now a couple more. All right. So again, that's just a bunch of those licks over and over, but they're the same lick over and over, right? With a couple of these thrown in. And that's just the 15th on the 2nd to the 16th on the 3rd a couple times, ending up on the 17th on the 2nd. All right. And that's an E note right there, a 17th on the 2nd. So it matches that E minor really well. All right, so here it is again, that whole line. Okay, here's the last part. There's two setups here, or two setup notes here. It's the same ones that we've been using before. Let's play the whole thing. Okay, probably the coolest line in here, a bunch of chromatic runs here. We're going to start by playing the 16th on the 3rd, the 15th on the 2nd. All right, now we're going to play this line. So we're playing simply a full step bend on the 17th on the 2nd, pulling it off, and then coming down to the 16th, like so. Coming down again. And now this one's a little bit different. We're just simply going to bend a little bit on the 16th, half step bend. And then pull off to the 14th. So far we've got all right, now we're going to the 4th string and we're going to come down from the 17th, 17, 16, 14, and then back up again. All right, on the 3rd string we're going to play 14, 15, 16. On the 2nd string we're going to play 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, so again, now we've got this. All right, here's the last line. All right, so you see we're just going back and forth between that 14th and the 15th a bunch of times. I think it's like 3 times. And now we're playing the 16th. And now we're just going to shift up 1 and play 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it's like this. And that's the whole solo. We'll play that last line one more time, okay? And that's it. All right, gang. Hope you enjoyed that one with its overbends and open string plays and moves around the neck. I really enjoyed learning this solo and playing this song. I hope you do too. Till next time, we'll see you on down the road.